What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney in the news, man. I just have a question, bro. My question is, why are the fans upset at Devin Haney for trying to get, for pressing for this fight to be overturned and overruled? I'm not understanding that, right? I've seen a lot of fans and critics criticize Devin Haney simply because he's doing what is right and what we should all. I'm confused because it's like, instead of criticizing Ryan Garcia, who tested positive for a banned substance, like you're criticizing Devin Haney for pressing for him to be penalized for testing positive for a banned substance, and I'm not understanding that. This is a weird time that we're in, where somebody who tests positive for a banned substance gets to become a victim. I don't understand that. Like, and it just shows that you guys are not really, you can just tell guys that are actually in the sport, involved in boxing, and the guys that are not involved in boxing. The guys that are not involved in boxing are more likely the ones that'll sit here and call call Devin Haney, a coward and all this type of stuff, because majority of you never really taken a punch. You don't know what it's like to be inside there. But guys that's in there, you know how dangerous it is or whatnot. A man tests positive for a banned substance and y'all criticize him instead of the person who, like, it is just as bizarre to me, all right? And I'm not feeling it, bro. I'm not understanding. The guys got people saying, I saw one comment, Miguel Cotto, he didn't, when Margarito cheated, he didn't, he got tried to just get his rematch. He didn't try to press for a loss to come off his record. Actually, they did, bro. They actually did take that to trial, but the thing is, they couldn't prove that Margarito had plastic gloves in his first fight. Plastic hand wraps, I'm sorry, in his first fight. So you're wrong on that. Cotto and Miguel Cotto is one of my favorite fights. He's my fourth favorite fighter of all time. You know, my favorite fighter list is different from y'all. Y'all will put fighters, it's cool. I'm not mad at that. I put fighters that was in my generation. You know what I'm saying? Fighters that I came up watching. I always pay respect to, like, Muhammad Ali and, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Parnell Whitaker, all these greats. I pay my homage to them. Like, Muhammad Ali is actually one of my heroes, like number one. But his time was already solidified by the time I got into boxing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that. So, but yeah, Miguel Cotto actually did try to press for that. Furthermore, and it's like, you guys really sit here with Ryan Garcia. I could tell he's innocent, because look how he's, he just keeps pleading his innocence, saying he's innocent found. Antonio Margarito to this day says that he does not know about plasters being in his hand wrap, bro. Like, to this day, he tries to say he was innocent with that. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, because I don't know how you don't know something is in your hand wraps when literally you're sitting right there in front of your coach when you're getting your hands wrapped. But to this day, he tries to say that he didn't know. And let's play the devil's advocate. Let's just pretend like he didn't know, right? If he didn't know that his hand wraps was being illegally wrapped, then how does he not know that that's been going on for his entire career if he didn't know then? All right, you see how I can do that? Anyways, so I don't care about what Ryan Garcia has to say, bro. The man tested positive. What I do know is he tested positive for his A sample and B sample. Guess what? The man had Austrian in his system the night of the fight. All right. Now, that goes to my next statement. Devin Haney actually talked about, having a rematch with Ryan Garcia once he comes back from his suspension. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read the article, and then I'll give you my opinion on that. All right, so shout out to BoxingScene.com. It says, might we eventually see a Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia rematch? The debate is on. Will Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney ever rematch? Following this week's Garcia suspension and fine and redacted victory for his failure of pre-fight tests for the banned performance enhancement substance Austrian, the question lingers whether these forever linked rivals will get in the same ring again. On Friday, Haney, who is now back to 31-0, after the New York State Athletic Commission's no contest ruling said he's exploring a lawsuit against Garcia for damaging incurred by the 3 knockdown majority decision loss to Ryan Garcia at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn on April 20th. After 8-figure earnings, including pay-per-view revenue bout from that bout, Haney was offered just slightly more than $1.6 million in a purse bid offer from Top Rank in his mandatory WBC 140-pound title defense against Spain's Sandar Martin. Haney strongly indicates that he will instead vacate the belt and take an extended break. Everyone was losers on this fight, Pro Box TV analyst and former 140-pound title holder Chris Aldridge said in Friday's episode of Deep Waters. Devin Haney took a beating, his value changing in the purse bid. You don't think that was affected by the loss? Whether the loss was expunged off his record, that moment happened. And Ryan not only lost money, people will always think of a guy who failed his test for PED. People will always think of the guy who failed his test for PEDs. His last two, I guess you should say his last 2 fights, or it says his loss. He lost 2 fights because the year-long New York suspension, tens of millions of dollars for each one. So basically, he's saying because Ryan Garcia is suspended until next April, but that's 2 fights that he could have had, you know, at that point. Yet, Deepwater's analyst Paulie Malignaggi said he expected that there will be at some point a Garcia versus Haney rematch at welterweight. People want to see this fight. Did Garcia really win? Did the banned substance really affect him? Malignaggi said Garcia fans want to see him make this right. However, Aldridge, said Garcia's erratic behavior before and after the bout convinced him there are enough pitfalls to prevent the bout from ever occurring. It was a good fight, Aldridge said of the April bout. I'd like to see him weigh the same this time, but I'm telling you, we're not going to see it. So Chris Aldridge says we're not going to see it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm all for Devin Haney getting his rematch. I'm actually interested in seeing a rematch because I do want to know. Okay, well, let's see what Ryan Garcia looks like. You know, not testing positive for a banned substance. I'm curious to see that, right? But I do think that Devin Haney needs to get a tune-up fight in between times, and the reason why I say that is because, off-screen or not, Devin Haney took a beating. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how that can play into a person mentally. So I don't know if Ryan, like, just because of that beating that Devin took, Ryan could possibly psychologically have an edge on Devin Haney, and could really just have Devin Haney's number. Who knows, bro? But I do want to see, like, I would love to see Devin Haney take a tune-up before his fight with or a rematch with Ryan Garcia, and you know, and just, you know, and go from there. Whatnot, seeing how he, depending on how he looks. I heard that they wanted to get a fight with him and Sandar Martin, as you guys heard in the article I read. But he's upset about the purse bid, but I also feel like that's really not a big fight, knowing, like, the fact that nobody really knows who Sandar Martin is. You know, aside from hardcore boxing fans, I mean, we know him. But I don't, you know, he does have a good victory over Mikey Garcia. A lot of people thought he gave Teofimo Lopez a tough fight. So, you know, we know who he is, but the thing is, a lot of fans don't really know who he is. So it is kind of hard pressed for that. Excuse me, I'm tired, you guys, but for that fight or whatever, but whatever the case may be, I just want to see him in, you know, and it doesn't, I don't know if I would call Sandar Martin a tune-up fight, but I think it's not a big risk. I think Devin Haney would soundly beat Sandar Martin. I don't think he has much to worry about. Sandar Martin is a good fighter, but I think that he's the poor man's version of Devin Haney, if I'm being 100. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see about that one. But anyways, man, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Do you want to see a Devin Haney rematch? I'm sorry. Well, I know a lot of y'all want to see a a victory. But anyways, but what do I know?